Hello all. So, in the last few videos we've had some really good conversations going back and forth. Lots of serious thinking going on. I really like that. So, this video I think is really important like so many others, but this is some startling evidence that we're about ready to go off a cliff environmentally if we don't do something, and we've got to do something. Let's go over to the board. So, there's been so many November warmth records throughout the planet and also here in the US, just in the first 10 days of November. Many countries have been feeling these record high temperatures, and there are more than this, like Australia and a few others, China. Other countries also have had record heat. The orange is above normal. The blue is cool, below normal. The white areas are normal temperatures. Look at the U.S. Look at up there in Canada and Alaska, all up into the Arctic. Over in Europe, Russia. Alright all, we've got real trouble ahead. The numbers aren't going to lie to us. The numbers are out. Let's go over to the board and look at them. And let's not shut it off. Let's look at it and I'll show you why these numbers are so incredibly important. For November the 9th, which is the latest CO2 count that's been put out, 2015, it was 400.14. We have never seen 400 in November before. That's parts per million. Last year it was an astonishing 396.92. The difference between the two is 3.22. Mushy, do you understand what that number means? The pen just fell. Alright, things are a little hectic, but we're back up and running. What were we talking about? Oh, right, the 3.22 number is so important, and why that is because about 3 weeks ago I did a climate change update, and the difference between last year and this year was only 1.95, something like that, around, or the other number was a little over 2. Now it's at 3.22. That number is going up so fast. Can you imagine a world just in 10 years if that number was to keep going? And that number is going to keep going, isn't it? Nobody's going to change anything. We know it. You know it. We're not about to put anybody in office that's going to change anything. I just don't understand that. But that's not all. Let's go look at some more startling numbers. This stuff is unbelievable, but so is what I'm going to show you now. So I've been watching all these CO2 and nitrous oxide buildup and methane buildup. We've talked about it on the environmental videos going way back. But since the 1750s, CO2 levels have risen 143%. Nitrous oxide up 121%. Methane up 254%. No, that's not good. That's really bad. That's frighteningly bad. That means that in 10 years, I don't even want to think about it because we have to fix this, but I don't honestly know how. I know that a lot of people have given up. I can't give up. I don't know why. It just isn't in my nature to give up. And I hope that somebody important, somebody who contacts somebody that will really tell them this kind of information will make a difference. If not, I've just wasted all my time doing these videos. But I'm just telling you, climate change is getting at a very critical, scary state. And it's not going to take too many more years. In fact, I know that the winter after El Nino, the summer, is extremely hot. We just went through an extremely hot summer throughout the U.S. and all over the world. The especially the Middle East, parts of Europe, parts of the U.S. We've all been through the heat of summer, and now it's snowing a little bit up in the Sierras here north. We're getting a tiny bit of rain that we so badly needed. It's enough to get some green grass growing, but as far as relieving the drought here, not even a chance. Most of the storms are all pushing up north again this year like they did last year. This year's El Nino is a 4. It's the 4th highest, but there are other 4 higher too. There's other El Ninos that have been in this area. Now it's expected to go up a couple more notches up into the 2nd or 3rd highest. Questionable whether that'll bring enough rain to California this December, January, February, March, which can also be kind of wet on an El Nino year. The warm pocket out in the California, off the California coast in the Pacific Ocean is now dwindling away. There's been quite a lot of cold winds that have come out of the Arctic and cooled it down. So the clouds may start coming in if the jet stream will lower down some. There's plenty of storms out there, they're just not headed our way. So I really appreciate the comments, the ups and the downs and the new subscribers. We've had a few new ones. I don't know when. The Google Tube thing doesn't really work very well anymore. So, until next time. Look at Greenland. It's the worst place for heat. Greenland. Up here where all the snow and the ice is and where the methane comes out of.